Noligent here in downtown Huntsville, Alabama at the Poppy and Parliament. Good stuff in here, yeah.
Welcome to Noligent. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our bar travel vlog, we're on a bar food travel search for the best bar food in Huntsville, Alabama as we sample fish and chips. The Poppy and Parliament is an upscale English pub that offers English and Irish food. The Poppy is the pub side of this establishment, which opened up back in 2019, while the Parliament is the restaurant side that opened up in 2020. The Poppy and Parliament is located in downtown Huntsville, Alabama on the historic square at 117 North Side Square, which is about 6 hours and 441 miles away from the New Orleans French Quarter. This is my first visit to the Poppy and Parliament, so join me as I experience the spot for the first time with a bar food travel adventure as we explore Huntsville, Alabama style bar food with traditional British fish and chips with a proper Imperial pint of beer. So let's go ahead and head on inside here, and if you're looking for an English pub bar experience, this might be a place for you to investigate. So you definitely get that British pub experience when you first walk in, and you certainly are tempted to grab a pint, but they also have their gourmet store and butcher shop upstairs as well. They certainly seem to have more things above and beyond most British pubs or American bars on offer here, along with Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth keeping an eye on things for them as well. So let's head on over to the Parliament side, and you can look into the kitchen right here to get a view of your food getting prepared. Then they do have some seating on this side if you would rather not sit on the pub side. So we have quite a good selection of options over here, along with an upstairs cocktail bar. So we'll just head up these stairs to go and investigate the cocktail bar space. And it does seem that it would be quite a nice little space to host a private party or any other type of meeting where you would like a little more space to yourself away from the other areas. And it is quite a nicely stocked cocktail bar selection of different liquors here. So you certainly can have a bit of a different experience here than you would on the pub side, which is more beer focused. Now let's head back downstairs and continue our tour. So you see they certainly have a lot of interesting things decorating the space all around. Now as we head back over to our pub side, we're going to continue our tour as we're heading upstairs again to explore the gourmet store and butcher shop. Now this place has a really large selection of items. In many ways, it's like its own mini grocery store that has a whole lot of different items. In reality, I probably could do an entirely separate video just on what's upstairs here. Instead of doing all that, we're just going to do a little browsing around and let you see what some of the things are on offer. And I'll just let you kind of enjoy the experience as we browse around and do a little shopping. So wow, they definitely have crammed a whole lot of fantastic looking stuff upstairs in this area. Now we're gonna head back downstairs and take a seat at the bar and start deciding what it is we're going to enjoy as we're going to start feasting on some of the bar food. So we've got a whole bar section here with a lot of great choices in beer. So of course, it is important to enjoy nice beer when you're sitting at a British pub. And here we go, I've got my proper Imperial pint. And of course, I've got to drink it, so cheers. And after enjoying a beer, we're going to go look at the menu now. So we have appetizers with French onion soup, Poppy and Parliament crab cakes, potato gnocchi with grilled radicchio, Alabama green tomatoes, Beggar's Purse frog legs, Braveheart beef tartare with goat cheese brulee, Chef Barry's homemade charcuterie and tapas for 2, then fruits of the ocean, clams and oysters, traditional fresh English fish and chips, pan-fried gambas, and see Blackboard for daily ocean specials. Then we have dinner features with parsnip and butternut squash soup, Atlantic salmon, house-made agnolotti, hanger steak, 18-ounce T-bone steak, dessert feature apple crumble bread pudding. Next we have carnivore with beef, the Prime Minister 40-ounce tomahawk for 2, ribeye bone-in steak 16-ounce or 22-ounce. Then we have pork with Shane's Old English bangers and mash, pig bone and cowboy steak, bucket of Chef Barry's Irish bacon ribs, lamb hind leg steak, and chicken. Then warm Mediterranean salads with warm Cajun chicken, earth and soul salad, the fields and woodlands, accompaniments with pea and mint croquette, twice fried beef fat chips, cream corn and spinach cream brulee, Irish creamy colcanon, tempura basil broccolini, cider poached shiitake mushrooms, and chef's side salad. Next we have a selection of wine with whites and reds. Then we have our house wines with Blanco, Rosé, Tinto, then bubbles with Prosecco, Cava Brut, Cava, Brut Rosé, Rosé with Rosé, and then dessert wines with ginger wine, Sauternes, 5-year-old Madeira, and Tawny Port. Well, what do you think I've got here? Ooh, it's a nice little package, and here we go. Let's unwrap this thing. Oh, yes, those are some mushy peas right there, and then a little tartar sauce there, and what do you think might be in here but my fish and chips? Ooh, look at these things. They look pretty fantastic, and they smell quite nice. So here's a little malt vinegar. We're going to give a generous little drop or 2 on here, maybe a bit more than that, of course, as I do love the flavor of malt vinegar. Ooh, let's dig in and get a piece of this fish. So this looks very nice. The aroma is quite pleasant, and it's got steam coming off of it. Ooh, great flavor. So this is fried in beef fat. So this is tallow beef fat fried the way I like it. I'll put a little Coleman's mustard in along with this wonderful looking little tartar sauce. And wow, I made a little mess there, but I have to say, this is one of the best, freshest tasting homemade tartar sauces I think I might have ever had. And combined with a little Coleman spicy mustard, it gives a little extra kick that I do enjoy as well. So the combo of those 2 flavors goes quite nicely. Now, I have to say the chips are a bit of a mixed bag here. So some of the chips are cooked nicely. Others seem to be a bit more on the raw side and could have used a bit longer time in the fryer. So the fish, perfectly done, really enjoying the fish. The crust could be just a little bit crisper to my taste. Overall though, still pretty good. The interior of the fish completely cooked perfectly. These mushy peas here are a fantastic flavor, so they certainly are a great side dish to get. And of course, this wonderful flaky fish is the star of the show, to me at least. So I'm really enjoying each and every bite of the fish, and I certainly would get this fish again. I'm really enjoying the flavor of it as it gets mixed in with a little of this tartar sauce, a little dash of that Coleman spicy mustard on there, and it's making for a wonderful combination. Lots of good flavors, and it really is a pleasant experience. All this stuff is piping hot, and it's all overall a pretty good experience. other than, as I mentioned before, a few of those french fries needed a little extra time in the fryer. Other than that, pretty happy with everything on this plate, and I have to say I'm extra impressed with this freshly made tartar sauce that has really excellent, wonderful flavors to it. And ooh, certainly it accompanies everything on this plate of food quite nicely. So, this is certainly hitting the spot of my fish and chips need. And I'm quite happy that I was able to get this dish here at the Poppy and Parliament. And certainly there's a lot of other things I'd like to try on their state menu at some point as well. I have to say I was rather surprised for their lunch menu, though. I haven't seen that they offer a burger here, and I would think with such fantastic beef, they would be able to make a really amazing burger here. So maybe at some point in the future, if they do have a burger, I look forward to trying that sooner than later. I also look forward sooner than later to trying some of the steak here as well at some point in the future too. As what is not to like? You get some mushy peas here, you get some pints of beer, and wonderful meat all around. So you certainly have a lot of stuff to enjoy here. I'm just only so slightly disappointed that some of these chips were a bit on the undercooked side and could have used that extra time in the fryer. So other than that one little thing, it certainly is overall a pretty wedding experience for the most part, I would say. If I'm comparing this to the past examples of fish and chips that I've eaten in London, England, I wouldn't say they were exactly the same. This is still a good version though. And you know, if you're gonna be in Huntsville, Alabama, this is certainly quite a good experience and quite a wonderful place to be that really stands out from a lot of the other options in this particular area at least. So, just like I've totally destroyed this food, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you thought about this fish and chips, and while you're down there, make sure to check out the link to my Patreon account as I do work for tips and I appreciate any assistance with that. So, the total before tip was $33.61. Thanks so much to everybody at the Poppy and Parliament for a fantastic time. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the Nola Gent channel, especially to my Patreons. If you would so kindly, go ahead and share this video with any of your friends or contacts that would enjoy it, as it really would help me with the YouTube algorithm. Then tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people. Nola Gent here, and thanks so much for watching. And just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.